What's going on, guys? Coach Chrispect here of Amazon Selling Hustle. In this video, we are going to go over the Jungle Scout product tracker, and I am going to show you exactly how to put products in your tracker and to look up the sales demand for each product that you're interested in. In addition to that, I will show you how to quickly put your product onto the risk calculator and keep it there for future use when you want to evaluate each find that you have and go from there. All right, let's get started. So we recently just did the search on the Jungle Scout web app in all the categories with the criteria of 18 and 50, 50 max reviews, 300 sales per month, and we were given a run of 19,300 products to look at. Now we know two things. I like to sort by weight. Now, again, a couple things that you can do just to play with it. Sort by revenue, take a look at the different revenues that are being generated. Sort by sales, look at the highest sales. Those are cool ways to sort. Personally, again, I like to sort by weight because I like to see the lightest stuff first, and then go from there. So now I have it all sorted by weight. So I got the 0 items first. Here's how I go through my product research on the Jungle Scout web app. I work from left to right. Okay. I'll zoom in this a little bit for you, just so it's easier for everyone to see. Okay, so when I'm looking at products, the first thing I want to look at is a picture that captures my attention. Um, that's how Amazon works for most of the people who are searching products, is they look at the images. The first thing they see, does it capture their attention? Are they seeing things that interest them about the product that they're going to buy, potentially if it's coming with freebies or all that type of stuff? But for me, I want to see what the product is. Is it unique? Is it something that I'd be interested in selling? So I do what's called the eye test first. I'll start flicking through images and looking at images. And as soon as I see something that captures my attention, the product tracker, which is located on your web app, so the web app actually has multiple um, tools on it. The product tracker is a tool that when you add a product to the product tracker, you're basically tracking its performance over time. A lot of the numbers that you'll see in the database are yesterday's numbers multiplied by 30. So if all of a sudden the seller had a great day and sold 30 units, his numbers are going to show like 30 times 30. So he's going to show like 900 potential sales. Even if he's averaged 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and then just had a spike in the day and then come back down to his regular average of 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, he's still going to show on the day that I go do product research 900 sales. And I'm going to get excited because, wow, this guy's doing 900 sales. So it's a little bit of a confusion because that's the way the tool works, and that's how it analyzes the numbers. So the way to circumvent that, and the way I like to get around that and make sure that I'm doing proper product research, is I like to add the product to my product tracker. And so the way you add your product to your product tracker is, if you're interested in it, you can do it two ways. Right at the end, you can hit the plus sign and you can add it into your product tracker. It's now working and it'll add into my product tracker. Now, when I go over to my product tracker for you, product tracker, here's the product. I just added it in there. Okay, and let me just zoom out here a little bit so that everyone can see. So now I get a little bit more analytics. How many units has he sold today? What's his average revenue? Or excuse me, yeah. Units sold. I believe that's today. What's his average revenue? What's his price? What's his rank, current rank? And what's his average revenue per day? Okay, so this is showing me his numbers for today on a 7-day average. You can change this. You can see a longer average, a 30-day average. On a 30-day average, he's gone down to 10 units. So it'll actually analyze it going backwards. So now what I can do is I can actually see the graph by hitting this little arrow right here, and I can get a graph of his month to date. I can see the numbers. So when I scroll over them, it'll show me, okay, today he had an estimate of 10 sales. His rank was 17,000. His buy box price was $39. 11 sales, and as it goes down, it goes up. So some of his bad days were right here, but for the most part, he's averaged 10 sales a day. And this would be a great example of he may all of a sudden have a spike and sell 30 in a day, and all of a sudden his numbers are skewed across the board because on that 130-day, if somebody who's just analyzing it looks at it and goes, "Whoa, this is crazy! He's doing 30, he's doing 900," when reality he's doing 10 a day, so he's actually doing 300. That's quite the contrast. So this is just a great tool to see into the product more. You can keep it on here. It'll monitor the rank for you. It'll monitor everything for you over the course of time, and you can come back here to see the numbers. There are some product notes. You can actually, from here, you can jump right onto its Amazon listing just by clicking it. There we go. So there's a listing. So the quality of listing is, I mean, when you learn about quality listings, we'll go through that in the videos down the road here. But there are techniques to making your listing quality score high and techniques to attracting people to your listing that this person doesn't use. So, it's interesting that he doesn't and he still does pretty decent sales, right? But could he do more? He'll only be able to know if he does something like split testing and starts testing his listing with better quality or optional different types of listings. So let's go back to the Jungle Scout product here. Let's go back to the database. So you can now start to populate products into your product tracker as you see them. Okay. You can also take the risk calculator in your Google Sheets or just go into the resources section at the bottom of this course, and the link to the risk calculator is right on there. So here's the risk calculator. I will just add this in. Okay, so again, here I could go, okay, I'm interested in that product. I'm just going to put the main keyword that I searched, okay, or that was searched. So what is the main keyword for this? 18-piece sable makeup brush set. So makeup brush set. So I would type in makeup brush set. Okay. I would try to get a few more keywords and not just the one combination. I always like to have at least 3 minimum. Okay, so now I'm going to so the next thing that you do, once you find products on here, populate them to your product tracker. Either just add them to your product tracker or add them to the risk calculator, whatever one, or add them to both. Okay, get a bunch, as many as you can. Start looking, keep looking through the listings. Oh, what's that? A 1-up thigh blaster. Okay, a 1-up thigh blaster. So there we go. So these things were around back in the 80s. I wonder if they're trying to reinvent a wheel. So thigh blaster is the keyword. Now when you're doing a search, so now we want to use our Jungle Scout Chrome extension tool to see total demand and not just one individual's demand. We always want to look in all departments. So we are now going to click on all departments. We are going to do a keyword search for thigh blaster. Okay, that's pretty broad. Thigh blaster. Let's see all the products that come up. So it looks like that's the product. Couple different products in there for the most part. We have, and I like to usually when I do a search, a broad keyword search, I want to have at least 15 of the top 24 listings to be the product. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just demonstrated differently. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 of them. I don't know if there's 24 on this page. So now I'm going to populate Jungle Scout. Looks like I get to about 10 with that particular keyword. So I might have to try another keyword variation combination. But it looks like page 1 has only 16 listings. So, at 10, I'm more than half the listings. I'm happy with that. But if there were 24, then I would be like, hey, well, what's going on here? So now we get to look at the numbers. Now we want to make sure that we're not skewing the numbers. So products like this, Jungle Scout the tool allows you to remove them. That has nothing to do with the product I'm looking at. It's not this, it's different. So I can go way over to here and I can click the X and get rid of that product. Okay, I'll look at this next one here. That's high, 1800. That's not the product we're looking at. I'll go over to the X and I'll get rid of it. Okay, and I'll repeat the process down. So I may have to get rid of that one. Okay, is that gone? Yeah, thigh toners are all in here. Good. So there's another keyword, thigh toner. So I would go over here. I could go butt, or what was it? Thigh blaster. Second one would be thigh toner. And if I can get another one by looking at listings to see, thigh master is another one that people may search. Thigh toner, thigh master. Okay, so I got 3 keywords. I'm happy with that. Okay, now I just want to make sure I remove products that aren't skewing my numbers. So I get an average of 1550 for price, an average of 141 sales. So the sales are not good. I'm already uninterested. I would be moving on. The reviews are nice and low, an average of 43. I got a couple high ones, but really low. So again, that's kind of an overview of how to analyze products that you are picking from your Jungle Scout web app list. So then I would just move on to another one. I would leave that on my list. I may fill in some of the blanks and go average sales 140 at this particular time. Average price was $15 at this particular time. I wouldn't worry about this stuff because right away I'm not interested in those numbers. Average sales, I don't want it's showing $sign. We just want it to show numbers. Let me just fix this quickly here. So, and then I would date it, with the date. So we'll just say April 2018. There we go. And that's it. So I would leave it. I might put in some information here later, but that's part of me gathering and keeping track of all the product research I'm doing. And that's what the risk calculator is for. It allows me to keep track of all the product research I'm doing. And then I would continue. If you wanted to track this product while you're on a Chrome extension, you would hit this little add button and it will add that product, that particular brand, to your tracker on your other form if you have the other form. So if you're signed up for both, then you can add it from this particular tool over to there. And I would just continue the process of looking at these photos and seeing what stands out. And as products pop out to me, if it doesn't have a photo, the next thing I want to look at is the title to see what it is. Apple Watch, I can't sell it. Bluetooth headphones, you can sell Bluetooth headphones. It's pretty competitive, but this guy has low reviews, so I might look into something like that. If you don't see a photo here, sometimes you just have to click the listing and photos will come up to see it. There you go. Okay, and you just keep going through the list like that. and you just keep adding in products that you like, products that stand out. What are these? Outdoor Reach Active Ice Spectrum Sun Gloves. Interesting, never heard of those. They're doing 520 units a month and selling for $25. The price point is right at my price. It meets my criteria, and that's all I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to find products that meet my criteria. I'm not trying to get married to the product. I'm not trying to date the product. I'm not trying to promote the product to the Toronto Blue Jays or the New York Mets or anything like that. I just want to sell the product on Amazon, and I just want to make sure that it has demand and that it is a price point that will leave me with some profit, and that it's lightweight and that I can get shipped to Amazon Direct for really cheap. This product seems to meet all those specs. It's unique. It's at a great price point. It's lightweight. It's got good reviews, low reviews. Okay, so now I would just add that to the tracker. Okay, I'm interested. I'll keep that one on the tracker for now, and we'll keep moving on. And as soon as I can accumulate like 10 on that tracker, I'll then go from the tracker and add them to my product risk calculator so that I have them stored forever. Because your tracker, depending on what program you're on, you can only track anywhere from 40 to, I think the Pro one does like 120. So you don't get like you don't get max capacity. So you need a secondary one to store it long term. And that's again what the risk calculator is for. So at this stage, now you're doing product research. Now you have like 20, 30 listings. You found 20 or 30 listings in the course of a few hours. Now you just want to go through those listings individually using your Chrome extension. You want to check the total numbers of it and make sure there's total number. Remember, you want to go to all departments, type in the broadest keyword for it. So maybe for those gloves, the broadest keyword might be outdoor research gloves, or spectrum sun gloves, or sun gloves. Let's try sun gloves. I don't know. Gloves. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's not it. Kind of looks like them. They kind of look like them. They got these nubby fingers in them. So that's kind of it right there. So then I would look at the demand of sun gloves and go, some low numbers, some high numbers. So this guy's got high sales, decent sales. I'm looking up to about there. This guy's got 2,700. So now I have to look at other keywords that are, maybe same broad, but, again, a different combination of keywords. All right, guys, so that's essentially how you use all three tools combined together to give you great product research, to help you find products really fast. Those are the methods I use when I'm doing product research. Those are all the tools I use when I'm doing product research. It helps me find products within a day, within minutes. Most of the time, I can find a product to launch within a day, and I'm happy usually with the product, and I move to the next step. All right, guys, I will see you in the next video.